Hello everyone, this is KeyGray24 here. Most of you know me as ThomasWoodenRailway, and this is a video on my current ThomasWoodenRailway layout that I just finished. This is just a quick overview to see where I put things in my layout. I'll go into more detail later about the layout. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it is very confusing, and it's one of the more complex layouts I've built. Like there's certain areas where certain things are. And in this layout update, I'll even tell you about my new Natford Express coach that I got. That'll be coming up in a couple of seconds here. Once again, just a quick overview. Okay, let's start in the yard here, my version of the yard, with Thomas and his two friends, Percy and Stanley. Of course, Thomas is pulling his two faithful coaches, Annie and Clarabelle. Here's Stanley as well, one of my newer engines I've gotten. And this is the Natford Express coach that I already have. And this right here is the new Natford Express coach. So if you just take a look here, see they're different in styles. That's because this one is much older than this one. Okay, so here it is. Just a quick view. The design at first is different. You can see it says Natford Express right there, and it has it on the red stripe on this one, but on this style it has it above the stripe. So that's the first thing I noticed. Also, the top of the coach is darker, as you can see. It has flat magnets, so it's before 1995. I believe it's from 1992 or 1993. I'm not sure exactly. Because it does not have the date on the wheels. That's kind of a drawback. I was hoping to see that there, but I guess the old models don't have it. And before we move on, it is used. It just has a lot of edge wear, and that's alright. I got it for $29 in US money, and that's a pretty good price for something as old as this. And so I felt like I got a pretty good deal. And so this is the yard, and in my series I will put the coaches and the trucks in that area. So as we move on, we come out here to the T-switch, and there's Whiff and Arthur right there. Whiff's line goes into Henry's Tunnel, but this line over here goes all the way back to the station. It goes through back country. I like to call this because it has our two hills right here that I own. And then here we come to Wilbert and Frank. Wilbert, of course, is a Forest engine, so he gets to pull the Forest car this time. And here's Frank with the Zoo cars, and Bulgy's right there. Here is Murdoch and Derek. Murdoch's pulling a goods train right over there. And then, so how this connects to the station, it's kind of complicated. So over here by the siding where we just were, it widens out the two tracks because there is Daisy and Boko, and it widens out and it goes to platform number 3 and number 4, and then from platform number 2 it comes off of here, and for platform number 1 where Derek is, it comes off over here. And this is one of the more complicated layouts I have built, as I said earlier. So here is Boko and Daisy over there, and let's head to the station where I put all my narrow gauge engines. Narrow gauge engines number 1 through 4 over there, and then 5 through 7. Fearless Freddy and Iva Hugh are both number 7. And so there they are, and then these other 3 that I couldn't fit over there, Duke, Mighty, Mac, and Smudger, are on Henry's Tunnel here. And so you see these 3 tracks go up here, and then this one, you can either go over there, or you can wrap around through Henry's Tunnel to where Whiff and Arthur are. And so this track over here goes under this very large viaduct, very tall, and you can either go to Murdoch's goods train, or you can go visit Neil in this shed here. The shed fits perfectly right there. And here's the Duke and Duchess's house as well. And the Duke and Duchess's house is almost in the exact same spot that where it was in my Season 1 and Season 2 layout. So that's kind of cool as well. And then, so we work our way over from Henry's tunnel to where Duck and Oliver are, our Great Western engines. Here's Duck, Oliver, and Toad, his brake van. And so Duke's line comes here, and you can go through Gordon's Hill, or you can go a different way over the viaduct here. Over the viaduct, and you see, so it goes through this tunnel here, and then it goes up these risers, and there's Colby, our mountain engine friend. He's going over them, and it goes over this. In Season 1 and Season 2, I called it the boardwalk, so we could still call it that, I guess. It's the boardwalk, and then they can go down this tunnel, they're going to go down through this bridge and go over where Derek is already. And then, if you went on Mighty Mac's line, it would go through Gordon's Hill as well. But if you went on Smudger's line, it would go right through the fire station, which is also new, the fire engine and the fire truck. And then here we are at the turntable. Here is Hank, Neville, Molly, and Dennis is pulling a freight train. And then let's widen out. We come to where Edward is in the siding, and then James and Billy, who are both pulling the milk, they go through the useful engine shed. Now right here we have the pack, Jack, Alfie, Byron, Max, and Monty. There we go. And so going through the shed here, you can either go up Gordon's Hill, or you go to the shed where Emily is. And nobody's in the shed right now, but we'll come back to that later. So this area right here is Gordon's Hill. It would be kind of appropriate to put Gordon on Gordon's Hill as well. So here's Gordon. This line wraps back. Harvey coming down. There's Madge and Lori 1. They come across the Sodor airfield here. That track intersects with this track right here where our diesels are. And that track goes up where Gordon is. This track loops around, and then it comes to Ellsworth Station, where currently Henry is at, with Sir Topham Hatt. And then here's Stepney and Toby at the water tower. And then this track over here goes to my quarry, where there's Bill and Ben and Mavis. That track goes off to a siding, and this track is also a siding. And then if you follow on this line right here, loops around to the docks. Here is Cranky and Colin. Colin will be working at the docks in my series. And here's Salty and the Flying Scotsman, a new addition to the series. And Mike. And then this track loops back to the shed here, where there's also Donald and Douglas and George. So that is pretty much my layout. It's pretty much my layout here. I'll just go through a quick overview here. If you have any questions about it, let me know. You will see this layout in Wheels of Fortune, my new Thomas Wooden Railway movie. And you'll also see it in Season 7 of my Thomas Wooden Railway series. So I hope you like this layout, because you'll be seeing it for a while. And so I thank you very much for watching, and see you in Season 7 of my Wooden Railway series. Thank you.